Santa.
Fancy Santa.
Is that Lynn's jacket?
All right. Just trying to get in here where I can see what's going on. Watch the chat and whatnot, and we'll get something making noise in here. And I'll be making noise in here. Get out of top chat. Got my supervisor watching me, of course. Oh, baby girl. My little baby girl. It's not too bad in here today. 50. It was about 54 when I got in here, and I got the little heater going. So it's about 54 and a half now. Try to get this camera set up in a way that see what I'm going to be doing, but not all up on me. I got told the music was loud yesterday. What's up, Indy? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. I am just getting started. Not just getting started here. It's pretty much just getting started with my day. I've been up for a little while, but I take care of chickens and dogs and drink coffee, and now I can kind of move. So I'm gonna do this one later. I've been doing this one in the evenings, but that's where I got left off yesterday. I gotta sand this side the same as this side, and then I'll start working on the handles for that. But I'm gonna work. Man, I'm gonna work on these two, or one of these two. I think I'm gonna work on this one right now. Basically the same thing though, just gonna be hand sanding. I'll do this one on my GoPro, and then later on I'll do the vertical stream for that kitchen knife I'm making. Just trying to make myself go live every day, at least once. I like doing the vertical. I like doing the regular stream and the vertical stream, so that's why I kind of been doing both a little bit, but I can't even figure out how to do it horizontal on my phone. I guess I'm doing something wrong. It wants third-party apps to be doing stuff. And I guess I could do it on StreamYard, but I haven't really been using StreamYard. I don't have people come up on a panel, so I don't really need it, I feel like, but maybe I do for certain things. Oh, nice. That's one of the things wood burner was, my mom had a couple things that she asked for Christmas, and that was one of the things. We did not get her that, but we almost got her that, but we got her a calligraphy set, and same thing. She's like, she's retired and bored and looking for something to do. So they both kind of, both were kind of the same thing. There's something to do. And she called me yesterday and told me she was going to maybe break it out yesterday and try to work on it. I don't know if she did it or not. What I'm saying is, that sounds fun. I like it. I like doing anything like that. I enjoy. I remember having one when I was a kid. Mostly what I remember is that I never made anything worth, I don't know, I was really young and impatient and not that good at it. I feel like I could probably do better with a wood burner now that I got a little more patience and all that. I got enough projects and enough projects I want to do, and more than enough that I'm not too hot on doing. I really got to start getting on those, the ones I don't want to do. Yeah, painting. See, I don't know. I got a different artistic mind than painting. I like people, it's cool. People can do it. I can't do it. I can't draw. I can't paint. But yeah, I got a bunch of projects in the house that I got to get done, and the thinking is we should be getting these done. Right now it's winter time before it gets warm and nice, and there's stuff to do outside, and you want to be outside. But I don't know, I just can't get into them right now. Alright. Nala, get out of there. She's under the table. Come on. You don't need to be under the table. Come on. Go lay down, baby girl. Alright, this is the one I'm gonna work on. Trying to get the camera right. This one's got such a wide angle lens on it. I wonder if I make it closer. Nala, just go lay down, girl.
Sustain presents multi-symptom dry eye relief, starring Ben, the Burning One. Sustain Complete, his solution.
I guess you can kind of see her over here. It's just in my business. All right. Jack the Windex out of the house today. Hopefully she don't see this. I don't get in trouble. It works better for the sandpaper. I mean, the oil works pretty good, but the Windex is less messy, easier to wash off your hands. You won't be smelling oil the rest of the day. Alright, I just kind of work and people chat. I'll hopefully see it and I will respond. I'll have to pick my chair up a little, I think. I can figure out how to do it. There we go. The tripod is right by the wheel of my chair, so I might end up hitting it, but What's up, Rural Prepper? Yeah, I'm trying to go live every day, at least once. This one's actually on my GoPro. The vertical short style lives. I'm trying to make sure I do that every day. When I'm going horizontal like this, I'm on my GoPro. And it's kind of a bonus. So I'm working on these ones. This one particular today, or right now. And then I say this every day. I'm sure y'all are tired of hearing it. But right now, this is the one I'm doing on the vertical stream. So I'm not gonna work on that one right now. I figure I'm sitting out here doing it. I might as well turn the camera on. The only problem is when I'm doing it with the camera off, I can rock out a lot more, and I will. I'll shake the building and make the neighbors listen to it too. And that's okay, because I gotta listen to them all the time. It's Sunday. It's raining today, but a lot of times on Sunday they get out there and they ride their 4-wheelers and their 3-wheelers around all day and make a ruckus. It sounds like I don't like it or get mad at it or something. I don't. I actually think it's pretty cool. Right now they're out there cutting firewood, I think. I don't know, I heard a chainsaw. But yeah, it's not cold. I bet it's in the 50s today. But it's windy and raining. Man, it rains so much out here on the east of the Mississippi compared to what I'm used to. It almost never rains. And it definitely don't rain in December anywhere else I've lived. It would be snow. I didn't even know it could rain in December. I appreciate y'all showing up, even if it's just to drop in and say hello. Hope everyone's having a good day. I can tell already I'm gonna get warm from doing this. Saskatchewan. I feel like I knew you were in Saskatchewan, but for some reason I wasn't placing it. Yeah, that's a lot closer to where I used to live. I lived in eastern Montana. And yeah, it was 25, that's probably warm there today. Or at least not real cold. Oh yeah, nice and mild. Yeah. February -20 every year I lived there. And sometimes -30. My water pipes would freeze. I'd be without water for a month. I have to haul it up from my well house. I do not miss that. But I do miss the snow and I don't know. I kind of miss my wood stove, but I think it's more a nostalgia thing because we got electric heat, first of all. So when I get the electric bill, I definitely miss the wood stove. And But what I don't miss is getting up every 2-3 hours to put wood in it, especially when it's cold. When it gets that -20 crap, it's every hour I'd have to be up at that thing. I'd just start sleeping during the day because it was the only time I could get any amount of sleep. Yeah. Yeah, it might be unusually warm here too. I just got nothing to compare it off of. This is my first winter here. I will say, gardening out here, man, I've said this a million times too. It almost felt like cheating because it just rains all the time. I think I watered the garden once. It was hard to get the garden, like, it's hard to dig out all the grass and get the garden started, but once I got it going, man, it legit almost felt like cheating. It was so dry in eastern Montana that by mid-June, it quits raining. And I'd be out there every day for a couple hours, a lot of times, watering. And all I had there was some raised beds. I like how you put the temperature in Fahrenheit for a fucking stupid American here. I would have had no idea on Celsius. I'm guessing that's somewhere. Oh, I don't even know. I shouldn't even guess. -12 maybe. No. -6. I don't know. I'm totally guessing. -12 is too much. I know there's somewhere. It's somewhere like -20-ish, I think. They actually meet up. Yeah, using both. I'm guessing you're talking about heat. Okay, 5 Celsius. Okay, yeah, I was close when I actually thought about it a little bit. Yeah, my place in Montana had a propane furnace, but I never used it. And then a couple years into living there, when I finally decided I wanted to turn it on, I couldn't get it to work. So, like I said, now we got electric heat, and which I've heard of, I've never had. And power is crazy expensive out here. So, yeah, I knew it was somewhere around there that they lined up. So we're constantly trying not to run the heat. Thankfully, it's been a little warm again now, but I almost fell over when I got the electric bill for last month. I could not believe it. I couldn't believe it, man. It's fucking property taxes for a year is the electric bill. Kind of thinking maybe we need to get someone to come look at the furnace. Maybe it's not operating correctly. I don't know. It seems so expensive. We ran a air conditioner 24/7 for months, and it wasn't even close to what the heater does. It hasn't even snowed here this year. They say it has, but it's like a couple flakes of snow that didn't even stick to the car. It's not really snow. Yeah, see, that's not bad. When I lived in the city in Colorado, that's what I had. I had a forced air natural gas furnace. You know, the price would go up a little bit, but not like this electric, man. Well, legit got me contemplating switching it out for a propane furnace or something else. The problem is we got like I don't know much about them. It's a heat pump. So the whole heating unit is outside. So there'd have to be some work done in the house to even put a furnace in there. There'd have to be some stuff moved around. There's nowhere to put one, is what I'm getting at. It's not set up to have one in there. Some deep scratches in here. I was in eastern Montana. I used wood heat, and I was talking about this the other day. I got the first year I bought firewood. The second year I'd become friends with the guy I bought it from, and so the second year I bought just rounds for a lot cheaper. I believe it was $50 a truckload. And then the guy that sold it to me let me use his log splitter to split it. And then by the third, fourth, and fifth year, he was just giving me the cutoffs from his sawmill. And so I was just heating the house for free.
This holiday, Verizon will turn your old or broken phone into a gift. Trade in any phone.
Okay, yeah, see. So I was just a little west of you and quite a ways south. I wasn't up in the northern part of Montana. I was, well, I could say it, I don't live there. I was somewhat close to Miles City, if you know where that is. There ain't much out there, so we'll probably do. It gets a special kind of cold out there, and a special kind of hot. In the time I lived there, I saw minus 30 degrees, and I saw 115 degrees. That's a huge swing. Nala, don't stand right behind me, baby. I don't want to run over your feet with my chair. Every time I put a music mix on the TV from YouTube, it just plays the same songs, man. Give me some different songs. Oh my god, we'll do this one of the same songs, but we'll do some Jelly Roll. Baby girl, go lay down. Can y'all see her over here? She wants to do some sanding. I'm sitting here staring at the wrong side. I was up late. I swear I'm still half asleep. It's probably even colder where you are. You're that much further north. I don't know if you guys can see it. I got a little bit, so I'm only sanding the flat spot here, and I only need to go to about there, because the handle's going to cover the rest. Still got some scratches right there and right there, trying to get out. And I'll do this flat spot, and then I'll hook them to my board here and sand the bevel. If you're still here, rural, you ever watch? There's this kid on YouTube. God, I wish it'll come to me. I can't remember his channel name. He's in Saskatchewan. He's a young kid. He might be 20 now. I was watching him. He was still in high school when I started watching him. He's building a log cabin out there by you. It's pretty impressive, man. He's been doing it for well, first he built a little cabin out of lumber, but now he's been, for about the last year, maybe longer, he cut a bunch of trees down one winter and let them sit there for a while, and then throughout the summer he's been fitting them all together. He's building it in the spot, and then he's going to move it to the finished spot. It's actually, he doesn't call it a log cabin, it's a log home. And it is. It's not no one-room cabin. It's a house. It's pretty impressive. Yes, that's the guy. Yeah. Apparently you have seen it. I enjoy watching it, man. Man, he gets after it. You can't be mad at that. I watched the whole series when he built his first little cabin there. Yeah, and then he goes out and does trapping, and I ain't seen a lot of trapping videos lately. I suppose it's probably getting that time of year. I'm not as interested in the trapping ones. I watch them, but... I want to say he's got to be not that far from you, but I don't know. So I know Canada's huge. Saskatchewan's huge. Yeah, I've been watching him for a long time myself. Definitely got some get up and go. Man, that house he's building looks nice. I ain't seen it in a little while, but it's gonna be a nice place. Man, it looks so dark out. What time is it? 3:30. He's a little weird, but aren't we all? He definitely, for being a young kid, he's got some resources that a lot of people don't, like tractors and equipment and stuff like that. But that don't mean he don't have to do the work. 2-hour drive west of me. Alright, so that's not far. I know where I was in eastern Montana. Everything was a 2-hour drive. A 2-hour drive is the neighbor. Yeah, he is. He's young. He's got a lot of dreams and energy. I mean, he's got a pretty successful YouTube channel too. I'm sure that helps. You're that young, you know, you don't got a lot of expenses. Of course, when I was that age, I spent all mine on turbos and car parts and stuff. 35 minutes away. That ain't too bad. I was 45 minutes from the big city. From any city, really, when I was in Montana. On a good day. 20 miles down a dirt road. Either way. Before you got to anything. Kind of funny. Once they legalized weed out there in Montana, the closest thing to me was a dispensary. It was in the middle of nowhere. The way it was set up, they could only... Each county had to approve it. So I lived in a county that didn't. So right on the county line was one for everybody in the county that didn't. Just far enough from the crazies. I hear that. I'm pretty close to town now. I can get to the closest town about 10 minutes. There ain't much there. There's not a Walmart. There's a little grocery store that's crazy expensive. Of course, a Dollar General. Man, those things are everywhere. You can't drive 5 minutes without passing two of those. But to get to a decent sized town, it's about 40 minutes. So a Home Depot or a Lowe's is 40 minutes away. Which when I was in Montana, Home Depot and Lowe's were, it was 3 hours each way. It was a whole day chore to go to Lowe's or Home Depot. Basically, by the time you drove there and back and spent an hour or two there, you're looking at 7 or 8 hours. Yeah, y'all finally did it right, man. I don't know why they don't just do that here. It's literally the only thing that both sides agree on. But yet, they can't do it. Got a little tiny bit more right there. I think my handle's gonna, couple scratches gonna poke out from under my handle. I mean, I always thought it was kind of funny. Like, they thought they were doing something by not making it legal in that county. But there was only the one city. That was the big city. That's where 3/4 of the county lived. And all they did by not doing it in the county was give them the whatever money to the next county. Because everybody that wanted it just drove the 10 or 15 minutes to the county line. I guess it was principle, you know. I want to call it done. It's not. I still need to do a little more. That's all I'm gonna be doing for days is sanding. Yeah, 3 hours. Oh, man, I feel your pain. I know. You probably got I don't know if it's an Ace Hardware. That's what I had, an Ace Hardware. That was 45 minutes away. Something like that you probably or maybe have. And it's probably way too expensive. That's how it was for me. If you were gonna doing any decent sized project, you had a couple $100 in materials. You started to really have to make a decision. Was it worth spending a whole day to save a couple $100, or because it would pretty quickly get there, especially if I was buying lumber and stuff. Yeah, I agree with it. I don't even care to smoke it all that. I mean, maybe once in a while, but it's just dumb. We're still fucking harassing people over that shit. Alright, done with the flat part on that side. I gotta take my jacket off. Yep, that's how it goes. Yeah, everything is 50% more than it is if you go to Home Depot. And you need a couple things, it's not too bad, but when you start you got a project, it's an issue. Alright, first coat off. My dog is so close behind me that I can't even roll my chair out. Let's see what else we got here to listen to. Another song they play me all the time, but I kind of like it. How long's this been going? Oh, we still got lots of battery. I can't tell if it says 60. I think it says 61%. I might have to run inside and fill my coffee cup before this one finishes. Alright, do the other side now. I got so many to hand sand. I got this one, this one, this one. These ones must be somewhat sanded or I wouldn't have taped them off. I don't know. I haven't seen these ones in a year, but I've obviously started putting handles on them. But they're all gonna need hand sanded, I'm sure. And I got these two that need hand sanded. I think originally I was gonna Cerakote some of these, but I think I'm changing my mind on that. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna be doing for days, and I'm trying to go live every day, so it's gonna be days of watching me hand sand. The not so fun part. Yes, I used to do that a lot too. I know people talk bad about Amazon and whatnot, man, but it's shop local and this and that and the other. Well, it's hard to shop local when I can go to Amazon and buy it for, 75% of the price, half the price, and it gets delivered to my door and I don't have to drive to town and get it. Back to the Home Depot, even a lot of that Home Depot type stuff. I'd order screws and hinges and things like that from Amazon. And even out there, middle of nowhere, the UPS truck would show up and drop my Amazon stuff off. I was so far out, we only got mail 3 days a week. People say I'm wrong. They say the post office delivers every address 6 days a week. And I know the post office says they do, but they don't. We only got mail on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Yeah, right now I'm just sanding out my my grinding scratches. Yeah, I'm not going full on mirror finish. It's gonna be, these ones I might take to 320 or maybe 600. It'll be kind of like a satin finish. I'm not going for a full mirror polish. That'd take me days to do one knife. I have done it before. But yes, I'm just sanding out grinding marks. So I do have some Scotch-Brite sanding belts that give you a really nice finish, but it's not the same as a hand sanded finish. It's a real nice machine finish. But the hand sand finish just looks better. What's up, Brian? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. I'm just sitting here sanding away and slapping my gums. Just talking about this, about all I'm gonna be doing for a couple days is sanding. This here is just like a cut off from a granite countertop or something. I don't even know where it came from. It was in the garage of my last house that I bought when I bought the house, and I've just kept it. It's like a big old piece of granite countertop cut off or something. It's nice and heavy and flat, and yeah, it's been raining here like crazy, man. The yard's like a swamp. It's not cold, but it is. It's raining. The chicken pen is dang near a swimming pool. Right on, Indy. I appreciate it. I get it. That's what I do a lot. I do that a lot on your stream. We put it on the TV. And we'll be cooking or cleaning or whatever. Listen to it. I do that with a A lot of streams. Sometimes I'll end up with people on TV. I got on TV, I'm listening, and then I'm watching chat on my phone while I'm listening to TV. I got a problem. I do gotta stop. It starts hurting my fingers doing this. I gotta stop every now and then. Junior hockey, right on. I like hockey. It's my. I don't watch any sports really much, but if I said there one was my favorite, it would be hockey. It's the only team sport that I ever played that I liked. I played baseball, but I was no good at it and I didn't really like it. The thing I remember most about playing baseball is trying not to go to baseball practice. And my mom telling me, you wanted to play baseball, you're going to baseball practice. And when the season is over, if you don't want to play anymore, that's fine. But you're going right now, which was, can't be mad at it. It was a good lesson, but. And then later on, I played some hockey, and then I broke my collarbone playing hockey, and I didn't quit right then, but pretty close. I had to drive myself home. I was like 17. I had to drive myself home with a broken collarbone. And I had a little stick shift S10 pickup. I was short an arm. It was a little bit of an issue. I had to drive myself home, and then I tell my mom, we need to go to the hospital. She's like, why? I broke my collarbone. Well, let me see it. No. I remember getting so mad. No, we don't need to, just let's go. Turned out I was right. USA and Finland, right on. Yeah, I don't know much about, like I said, I don't really watch any sports anymore. I definitely don't know much about junior hockey. But, I think hockey's the most entertaining out of all of them. I suppose basketball. They're kind of a lot similar game. But yeah, I don't know what you call healed right. I still got a big old knot on there right where it broke, because they don't, unless it's really, really bad, they don't do nothing for it. They just kind of put you in that little, it's like a backpack without the pack. And they just put you in that in a sling and tell you not to move and let it heal. So it kind of just, I got a big old knot right there where it broke. It doesn't really bother me at all, but it's there. This is my left collarbone, and I'm left-handed, which I already had enough problems in school at the time. It definitely didn't help me in that sense. It made school, which I already thought was pointless, even more pointless. I know better now. I know I should have done a little better at that time, but at the time you don't know.
See Disney's Mufasa, The Lion King. Refresh for rewards. Enter for a chance to win exclusive prizes and more.
Round up spare change and save it.
So I broke an arm. Broke my left arm also, but that one wasn't actually too bad. It wasn't like a compound fracture, I guess they call it. Well, no, that's when it pokes through your skin. It wasn't a full-on break. It was kind of like, I forget what they call it, impact fracture maybe. I put my hand out when I fell on a motorcycle. Anyway, it wasn't too bad. After a couple days, I had a cast on, but I could still do everything. I could still use my hand pretty much. But the collarbone, man, that one, oh, Brian, a lot. I ain't even started sanding these bevels yet. I got so much sanding to do. I'm gonna be sanding full. My little shop vac in the house, a lot of times I'll use it and I'll vacuum all this dust out of this paper and it'll make it not like new, but it'll make it work a little better. But I don't have it out here and I'm trying not to burn through the sandpaper too much, but like right now these are pretty worn out. They're not doing much cutting, but I just don't want to waste it. Sanding's one of those things, like I just can't give you a straight answer on how much more is to do. Like just until it's done, you never really know. And then no doubt you think you're done and you'll see another scratch and you'll have to go back a step and start over, or try to act like you don't see it. Which is impossible. This is just the first step. This is just the 180 right here. I can hear chickens walking around the building out there, which means they escaped from their run. When I go live later on today with the vertical stream on this kitchen knife I've been doing, I'm just going to be doing the same thing, more sanding. I mean, I don't want to knock on anyone's work. There's a lot of people who make a lot of nice knives. But I feel like the hand sanding is what really finishes them out and makes them look real nice. It sucks. So everybody tries to find ways around it to get nice finishes off the belt and just leave them like that, or a lot of people will forge them. I don't forge my knives, but they'll forge knives and then they'll leave the they'll grind their bevels real clean with whatever machine they're using, and then they will leave the forge scale on there, which gives it like a cool look, but I don't know, to me it's an unfinished look. Yeah, see, that's how I did my chickens out in Montana. Eventually a bobcat found them all, or almost all of them. And I don't really care that they're loose here. The thing is, we're not too far from the road, and I don't want them getting out in the road. There's a lot of things going on. I hear dogs and I don't want them getting out on the road. I try to kind of keep them in their run. I mean, it's only 4-foot tall chicken wire, so they can get out pretty easy. And I find that if I kind of try to keep them in there, when they do get out, they don't roam around as much. When you let them just free range, they start getting pretty far away. But I do definitely here soon when spring comes around. I like them out walking around the yard. There's a lot of ticks around here, so if they go out and eat ticks, I'm happy. I thought about pinning them up just around the house, like a little perimeter. Little bug control. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard guineas are real good at getting ticks, but I've also heard that they're almost impossible to keep around. They always want to go away and roost in trees. And see, sometimes that new piece of paper, I mean, I had a lot of scratches left. I got that new piece of paper and got them all. I mean, I got a few right here and a few right there. And I'll be done with the 180. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's, after the eggs, the bugs, this is the best part about chickens. I actually got 4 of them in the shop right here. I don't know if y'all, no, it doesn't look like you can see them on the camera. They're over here at the other end of the shop in a little brooder box. They're getting pretty big. I need to start figuring out about how I'm going to get them out in the coop with the other ones. Without a chicken battle going down. We hatched them. I think we put 8 eggs in the incubator and we got 4 that hatched. And we got 2 hens and 2 roosters. So it's too many more roosters. I already have 2 roosters. Let's see, what do I got? I think I got 6 chickens out there. 2 of them are roosters. So I got 1 too many roosters out there, and then I got 2 more in here. So I have to get rid of some roosters soon, but I'm right about to the right time of, or the right amount of hens for us. Interesting. Your rabbits free range. These are like domestic rabbits. I'm sure of it. See, I don't have rabbits, but it's something I've definitely been wanting to get into. No, I did not plan on free ranging them, but it's definitely something I want to get into. A couple reasons. Of course, meat. I mean, it's crazy. They say, I don't remember, it's like a couple rabbits, 300 pounds of meat a year or something they can make. You know, they do it like rabbits. But also rabbit poop. It's another reason I want to do them. Supposedly you put it right on the garden and it just is the best ever. New Zealand and Flemish Giants. Okay. Definitely heard of both of those. I don't know much about it. I've watched some videos and all that. I've cooked up a rabbit or 2, but they were hunted. My neighbor's got a couple rabbits. He's actually the one, like the chickens we got from our neighbor right when we moved in here. We were talking to the neighbor, and he had just hatched a bunch of chicks, and he gave me 8 little chicks, and it turned out to be 4 roosters and 4 hens, and one of the hens just passed away, and then 2 of the roosters I turned into food. And that third rooster was supposed to be, but I could not catch him after he watched the other 2. And then he kind of started acting right for a little bit, and he's still here. I'm just rambling now. I don't even know how I got on the topic. Oh, my neighbor's got rabbits. He's got a lot of stuff. He's got rabbits, pigeons, chickens. He keeps a lot of roosters though, and his hens keep getting eaten. Something keeps getting into his coop at night, and he thinks it's a weasel maybe, tearing up his hens. $15, $18 or so. Interesting. So you get thousands of pounds of meat from those probably in a year. Alright. So I got all the scratches that were going this way out of the flat part here. Finally. So now I'm gonna clamp this board down, something like this. Get my little magic sanding stick and continue sanding. Make sure I keep it on the camera. So far behind, the screen I'm watching on is so far behind what's actually happening. Seeing me, I bet I'll put this yeah, we've been I haven't seen him in a while, but we had an owl that I kept seeing. I'd come out at night, I kept seeing him on top of our swing set, sitting on top of my barbecue. I was only seeing it at night when the chickens are in, but we got 2 little dogs. One of them's really tiny, and kind of makes me nervous when I go out at night with him. I mean, he's tiny. Alright, y'all, I gotta take a quick couple-minute break. I gotta run in and fill my coffee cup. I will be right back. So, just a second here. Oh, I need my keys. Hey, baby girl, be good.
If you have advanced prostate cancer, you know all about
I didn't leave yet. I'm back. My dog thinks I left her. Alright, Rural. Thanks for coming by, man. I have fun. I don't know, you might not still be here, but I have fun chatting it up with you. Alright. Filled my coffee cup. So now I'm cold again. I gotta get sanding, get warmed up. It's so dark out already, and it's not even. It's just cloudy. It's not. I mean, shouldn't be yet. Let's see. We got 4 people in here. That's about what we had the whole time. Sit down, baby girl. I appreciate everybody watching. This is a little. I don't know what's going on. Nala, watch out. A little boring and monotonous, but it's part of it. Oh my God! Now she's going under the. I'm trying to find something else to listen to. Another one of these songs that they try to get me to listen to all the time, but I listen to it all the time, so I guess that's why they try. Let's see. My brother messaged me back. I was hoping he'd jump in here for a second, maybe, but it's his birthday today. He's not one to really care too much about celebrating his birthday, so I sent him a happy birthday text, and I might not even hear from him, and I get it. Alright. So right here, the tip is just barely sticking off of this board, and I don't want it like that, because sometimes if you slip, you'll poke yourself. So I'm going to move it back where it's just behind that edge. Get it nice and tight. And you gotta kind of have this part right on the edge of the board, or you'll hit the board instead of what you're trying to sand. I'm not even sure how long I've been live, or we got 31% left on the battery, so I'll try to keep an eye on it. When it gets to about 5, I'll stop. I feel like it gets to 5, and I think I got 5 more minutes, and I got about 3 more seconds, and then it turns off on me. Oh, I did bring it. It's just Windex. It helps not clog the paper so much. Yeah, actually need to move it a little more. I was hitting the board right here with my little sanding stick. I can get this somewhere where I can see it better what I'm doing, but it's not in my way of doing it. It kind of is in my way, but yeah, that looks better. It takes so long for it to show up on what I'm watching, because I'm watching the same stream that y'all's watching. Maybe if I raise this up.
The new 2024 GMC Sierra HD. Get 3.9% APR on 2024 Sierra heavy-duty models.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
We are professional grade.
I'm sanding these bevels here. I don't know if you can actually see the scratches. I got a broken phone screen right where the scratches are. But I'm sanding these grinding scratches out from the belt sander. And I'm using 180 right now. I'm using it on the flat side of the brass, the hard side, and then a little later on I'll switch to the leather side. Try not to kick the tripod, but it's right here under my foot. Oh no, if you watched me sand that kitchen knife last night, the one side, it took me forever to sand the bevels on that one. And I don't know if y'all could tell, but I still got a lot to go on this one, but I'm way further than I was on that one after 3 times as long or something. Of course, back here is always it's always the part with the last scratch in it. I'll kind of focus back there for a minute. Back there and then all the way out of the very end of it. I got 8 thumbs up. That's awesome. I do like my lurkers, because I get the same people chatting all the time. It's almost like we're old friends now. But I know there's a couple more people that be watching. They just don't say anything. And I appreciate it. Every now and then one of my family members will pop in the chat for a couple seconds.
Come on, except WGU. Their School of Education offers over 30 respected education degrees and has the same accreditations as schools charging much more. Learn more and apply today.
Yeah, I'm still a long ways from done. If I use the leather side, it'll kind of get the scratches out faster. But you're kind of cheating because you're not getting it as flat. Oh, I kicked the camera. When you use the flat side, you're really flattening it out a lot more. That's why I try to start on the flat side, and then you kind of smooth it all out with the leather side. Right on, Ghetto. Good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. I don't know how much time I got left on this one till my battery dies. We're at 19% now, so I feel like it just said 31, so not very long. And then I am going to come back and work on that other knife on the phone. I'll probably, I usually go a little longer on that one. And we'll be out here all day. I probably won't stream the whole thing, but alright, now we're getting somewhere. We still got scratches, but we're getting spots that don't have any. I feel like my other stream, my vertical stream I've been doing every day. I don't know who's still listening. I've already said this. That's the main one I'm kind of been focusing on. This is kind of my mess around stream, although they're both gonna be the same today. What's up, Matt? Good to see you. Just doing some sanding, hand sanding. That's all I'm gonna be doing today. Most likely, unless I get really, really, really tired of it and just move on somehow, but we've got a lot of this to do. Yeah, it's not the funnest part, but I was talking about this too. It is what finishes it out, I think. Like, I don't know, like this. So here, look, this actually looks pretty nice. I could get it a little nicer looking and then just call it finished off of the grinder. But like, to me, I just see like that, I'm skipping a step. I'm cheating. That's how it feels. That's why I have been messing around a little bit with Cerakote, because I could definitely at this point I could just sandblast this and Cerakote it, but that's a lot of work too. But I don't know. I guess what I'm saying is I feel like I'm cheating if I don't do all the hand sanding. Yeah, exactly. You're totally saying what I'm rambling on about. And don't get me wrong, I've done knives. I do sometimes. I use a Scotch-Brite belt on the belt sander there, and that's the finish. And it's a nice finish. It is, but it's not this nice. If you practice, you can get it really uniform and really nice looking. Something about the elbow grease makes it more special. Sanding is my life, man. I've made my living sanding. So this ain't my first time. you get used to it, you can start just kind of zoning out and thinking about whatever else you want to think about. There we go. This camera is getting really close to dying. I still got a couple minutes left. I think everyone's kind of bouncing in and out. Right? Yeah. Right now I'm just using 180 on this. And once I get it hand sanded out to 180, I will, I'm going to do some work on the handles. Well, I'm going to set it aside and sand another one. But then I'm going to do some work on fitting the handles and stuff. And then when I get them ready to glue, I will start hand sanding it again. And I'll go 180, 320, and then probably 600. If I really want to get it, I might go 800. Yeah, I worked in auto body shops my whole life, so not a lot of sanding wood, but sanding all day long, every day. Seems like from 80 grit to 4,000 grit. Yeah. I've never done it, but I definitely have seen videos of people doing it. Yeah, you start getting up into those 3,000 grits. And then buffing compound really ain't but just, 10,000 grit or something. I'm really trying to focus on this. Pretty much got all the scratches, it looks like, except for right in here, which I can only really run, only just the edge will get in there. So probably gonna switch to the leather side in just a second. get to do any of your projects today, man? Weekend. Looks like it's getting dark out. We're at 8%. I'm gonna be ending this here in just a minute. Not really by choice. I'll keep it going, but GoPro batteries just don't last that long. Hey, what's up, Kaiser? You wait till my battery's almost dead. Happy birthday. I'm just working on this knife here. I am going to come back on my other vertical stream and work on that same chef's knife or kitchen knife I've been working on. But I was out here doing it, so I grabbed my GoPro and put it on there. But the battery's almost dead on it. It doesn't last very long. So the theme of the day is sanding, hand sanding. That's all I'm doing. And talking. When people chat, I talk. It's his birthday. Throw him some birthday cakes or something real quick before my battery dies. I figured that's why he wasn't showing up, because he knew I was going to do that. Alright, I gotta end it. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. No, I know I'm not wrong. I can see the light blinking. Yeah, still says 6%. We'll keep going for a second. You're gonna make me look, aren't you? I know it. So I'm almost done sanding this side. Alright, so there's what it looked like before I started. And here's where I got it finished. I got it to 180. I still need to do a little bit more there, but this side's done enough that I'm going to start fitting my handles. I'm going to make this side look like that one, but then I'm going to stop and get my handles fitted. When I'm ready to glue them, I will take this up to my final finish, and then I'll glue the handles and then finish shaping them. So, but I do got to end this because it's gonna end on its own. Of course, I'm getting more people now. It's gonna end on its own, so I gotta do it. Y'all have a good one. I'll be back live on the vertical stream. I don't know, probably not too long. Yeah, it's trying to reconnect so I can end it. You got to go into the GoPro app to do this. It might just end it for me. Oh my god. Oh. This is not working. Did it turn off? Nope, it's still on.